expect from Geelong this week, Simon?
I think we expect what we always get from Geelong. You know, they're a high quality side. They have been for a number of years. They can play in multiple ways. And they're a good side for a reason. You know, they're experienced and they handle the game in all phases. So I think it's just a great opportunity for us as a footy club and a great challenge and one we're looking forward to. You know, it's our home game in front of our supporters at the MCG and we know we're playing a quality side, so we're looking forward to it.
Do you expect their ball movement has been a subject of discussion? Do you expect them to play with the style they've played in recent weeks and for the past few years?
I think the good thing about Geelong is that they can play in multiple ways. You know, I've seen them last year at times play fast, and certainly surge from contest and long down the line plays, and I've seen them play with great control. Last year against us, they played with great, control in their back half. We'll prepare our players for both. And see if we can defend the way we've been defending, and it's one of our areas of our game that we've worked incredibly hard on and one we're looking forward to. So whatever Geelong want to bring, we'll be ready and prepared for and looking forward to it.
Simon, you've beaten 3 sides down the bottom of the ladder. Would you say Geelong is your first real test to see where you're at in the competition?
I don't look at it like that. Every week in AFL footy is a challenge. I think we've seen results even in the first 3 rounds, the difficult nature of the competition and how ruthless it can be. So, what I do look at though is that we're playing a quality team in Geelong that played in a grand final last year, and that's on recent form. It's a great opportunity for us. We're in some good form. We're playing the way that we'd like to play, but we know we're going to be challenged at various stages, and Geelong's certainly going to give us that challenge this weekend.
Simon, how far away are Ben Brown and Sam Wiedemann? Are they a chance to play in the VFL this weekend?
Yeah, they'll play this weekend in the VFL. Both have done an extraordinary job in their rehab to get themselves into the condition they're in. They'll probably both play 3 quarters. And the good thing is that we're going to play them together and start to build some chemistry between the two. We're looking forward to getting them back healthy, getting them back playing some good footy and getting them available for AFL selection. Whether that's 1, 2, 3 weeks, we're not sure. We'll be guided by Burjo and his fitness team, but also how they're performing. They're going to have to fight their way in.
How exciting is it to be able to put those 2 guys into a 5 line, which is already working pretty well?
Yeah, look, it's exciting to have the options. I think when we got Ben Brown to the footy club, we wanted him to come to our footy club. He's certainly a high class player that support our younger tools, which was Sam Wiedemann and Luke Jackson. But the emergence of Tommy McDonald and Luke has been substantial for the team. But to get 2 more tall forwards available again just creates great pressure and opportunity for us as a team to continue to find ways to improve, and that's the challenge for us as a footy club, is that we need to keep looking for ways to maximise our game to continue to get better, and those 2 guys in form give us that opportunity.
If they were to come in, for argument's sake, the 2 of them, what would happen to Tom McDonald? Would he go to the wing?
Yeah, I'm not really sure I'm going to deal with hypotheticals, Pete, but it's a great problem to have as a coach and a coaching group, is to have guys that are fit, they're available and they're in form. And if we get to that situation where they're all doing that, then we'll find a way as a team to get as many of them in as the team as possible. If it's that we want to play with 2 talls, well, it'll be the best 2 talls that are playing the best footy at that time. So it'll be a really good problem to have, Pete.
I suppose the question, sorry about that, but can Tom play on the wing? Is that a possibility?
Yeah, it's a possibility. We prepared for that in the summer. Tom trained on the wing and has certainly prepared himself to be able to play as a key forward, but also on the wing. So that's something that, if we got to that position as a footy club, that is a genuine option for us, and Tom understands the role and played it pretty well through that period.
What do you do with Jake Meltron this week, Simon, given he didn't get a run on Sunday?
Yeah, we've got some guys pushing for selection. There's no doubt. Jake's one of those. Jake, Michael Hibbard, Aaron Vandenberg, Majak Dawes starting to play some really consistent footy. The challenge with Jake is, you're right, he didn't play on the weekend. So it's like any team when we've had 3 subs now that have been on the bench the whole time and haven't come on. That they need games of footy. So he'll either be selected or he'll play VFL footy. So he certainly won't be the sub. So we'll certainly make sure that he gets a full game of footy, and we've got main training today, so we'll wait and see how we get through that.
You touched on it a little earlier. How pleased are you at your defence's ability to sort of manage themselves and organise themselves when you've had run-ons? It's something you probably haven't done in the last couple of years, but the guys have been able to do against St Kilda and GWS. Yeah,
that's been one of the more pleasing things for us this year, is our ability for our playing group to adapt in game, make some adjustments and arrest momentum. It's a really good sign of our leadership of our playing group, and it's something that we've worked on through the summer, but we've had some really good practice out in the first 3 weeks. So, our work without the ball has certainly been a hallmark of our game so far, and I think that enables us to be able to do the things that we want to do around momentum. So it has been pleasing. It's been a really pleasing element of our game, and it's one of those things that happens nearly every week in footy.
You mentioned Magic Door, Simon, and I imagine he was picked up to play as a forward, or that was the talk at the time. Is that still the case, given Ben and Sam are starting to make their way back?
Look, it is. We've been really impressed with the work that he's done as a second ruck. It's been high class, and his ability to mark the ball forward's been of a really high quality. Madge, off his preparation that he's had, has really surprised us in the way that he's been able to impact games of footy at VFL level. And we're going to continue to work with him to be able to translate that to AFL footy. But, you throw him in that basket of the other tall forwards, and we're starting to develop some really good competitiveness for spots.
You think? Sorry.
So you guys have kicked, I think, 10 plus behinds each week. Coming up against a quality side like Geelong, is conversion in front of goal a focus for this week?
Yeah, it's good. We've just come out of a meeting where we've spoken about our ability to be more accurate at goal. It's one of those areas that we've improved in from 19 to 20, but in the first 3 rounds, it's something that we need to get better at. And we continue to look at the type of shots we're having, where we're having them from, and the really expected score from those positions. But against high quality teams, you need to be kicking your goals. And Geelong's one of those teams. And in big moments, you need to kick goals. So it'll continue to be a focus for us, and as it is for every team, to be really accurate team at goal. It does determine games.
Simon, do you support the idea of a loan system, whether it be bringing someone in as an injury replacement, or loaning out a young player that can get opportunities at senior level elsewhere?
I think what I support the AFL looking at ways to improve our competition. And there's levers that they've pulled in the past that have been able to do that, whether it be with rule adjustments, whether it be with a mid-season draft. And I think if you went down this path, which other sports have gone down, I think it's something that you'd look at, and teams and clubs would embrace. But you've got to certainly look at it from what impact it would have, how would it be done, what it's the benefit for a club of doing that. And once you get all the information, you can make a really good decision about whether it would work or not. But I support the AFL looking at these things and trialling things.
Expect Mark O'Connor to go to Clayton Oliver, Simon, or what do you plan for?
I expect him to go to someone. He's done 2 pretty good jobs in the last few weeks, so that's one thing that we'll plan for and make sure that it helps the team more than anything. Certain ways that you can manipulate taggers to help the team, and we'll certainly look to have the plans to be able to do that. But we'll expect him to go to someone, and Clayton's someone that got some attention last week, so I thought he worked through that very well last week.
Do you think he worked well through it in terms of the fact that he was contributing to the team, even though he wasn't, getting possessions as he usually does?
Yeah, it's not about possessions. Clayton was outstanding in his ability to utilise that to help the team function, especially around stoppage and clearance. And it was one of the areas of the game that we were pretty dominant in as the game went on, and Clayton played a big part in enabling us to do that. So that's the maturity of a playing group, is that Clayton's willingness to be able to do that and help the team, and that'll be the same expectation for anyone that goes through a similar situation.
Simon, have you got any thoughts on the AFLW prelim? Must be really exciting for the club as a whole, and for the guys to see the women doing so well. Yeah,
there's a bit of a buzz around the club at the moment. There's no doubt about that. And I think that lifts everyone's spirits, to see the AFLW and the girls playing the way they're playing, and to get themselves into a prelim. And we've got our fingers crossed that they can get the job done. You know, mixed has been a big part of our club for a long time now, both in the men's and the women's program, and we'd love nothing more than see them get through and Daisy get that opportunity to play in a grand final. So our fingers are crossed. There's a buzz through the club, and I think it's just great for our supporters and for our playing group.